Okay.
You know, he was asking for money, and I found that very weird.
From you?
Yes.
How much money?
Little amounts, like $30 the first time, and then the second time was $15. Which
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. I'm glad to have y'all here. I need y'all to do 3 things for me before we continue, though. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share this video so somebody else could do the very same thing. And if they don't, then we're going to send Myron Gaines after them. Now, I must ask, ladies, if I ask you for some money, would you be turned off by that? If I ask you for a couple of dollars, would you not answer my messages, my calls? If I asked you to pay for dinner, would you walk up and leave the restaurant? If I asked you to pick up some popcorn while we're at the movies, would you ghost me, hop in your car, and leave me sitting there at the theater? That is the $1 million question that a lot of men would love to know. Why is that, you might ask? Oh, I'm glad you asked, because it's simple. Men are always expected to bear the expense of everything. Yes, in society, men are always expected to bear the expenses of everything, whether it's on a date, whether it's paying all the bills in the marriage, whether it is being chivalrous, and of course, fronting the bill while you're at dinner because you don't expect your woman to reach into her purse. Now, what happens when the tables are turned? What happens when a man asks you for some money? What happens if you're not dating and a man asks you for some money? And when I say ask, I'm talking about just a few dollars, not too much now. We're not talking about paying a bill for me. We're not talking about picking up the check. No, just a few measly dollars. Let me get $15, $20. I'll give it back to you. Now, honestly, you shouldn't even expect it back because $15, $20, what is that? Especially today, what is that? We're not living 20 years ago. $20 was a lot then. It's 2025. What is that? And for you to expect that 20 back is crazy. But men have been known to ask women for money. And it's crazy though, because to me, in my experience, I have seen the women who date the guys who are bums, who are losers, who don't have anything. And guess what? They front the bill. They constantly front the bill. They pay for everything. And those men get to live, lay around and not do a damn thing, not even lift a finger. I have seen this with my own too. And you, the viewer, probably know someone that's doing that exact same thing right now, or you know someone who has in the past. Either way, we all know that there are men living off of women. Yes. Now, this video we are about to get into though, and again, mind all the emotion, mind all of the opinions, whatever you have, whatever opinions you have of this podcast, we don't care. We are not watching the podcast to get emotional. We are watching it to observe the nature of these young women. And I'm not going to say all women because all women are not the same. Let's get that clear. Let's be clear about that. All women are not the same. But there are certain characteristics that we can find in certain women that you find in others. And so, without further ado, let us get into this video where a man asked a young lady for some change, and she made some change, all right?
All right, relationship status?
single.
All right. You say it like you just recently became single.
Single.
It's been a while?
No.
How long have you been single for?
A year. But I was talking to someone and yeah.
Why'd you guys break up?
Why? For the stupidest reason.
What is that?
He was basically...
Don't tell me. Eating up girls too?
No, wait, no. Wait, no, that was bad. Mine is not as bad as hers.
Okay.
No, he was asking for money and I found that very weird.
From you?
Yes.
How much money?
Little amounts, like $30 the first time, and then the second time was $15, which is mad weird, but...
To buy what?
I don't know. I never asked.
What if he was like testing you to see if you would help us out?
So I thought about that,
Yeah.
and I was, because I'm gonna hold it down for you, like whatever, because it's like, oh, send me $30,
You didn't hold shit, nigga.
No, I
Hold that though, nigga. You left.
I'm holding it down for you. $50 is too much. Me hold down. Hold it down,
nigga.
No, I held it down.
What do you mean holding that? You said hold up. Hold up. She said hold up. Wait a minute.
He's like, I want a back, bitch. All right, go ahead, Captain.
Yeah, no, so he wanted $30. I sent it to him. And I thought about it. I'm like, maybe he's like trying to test me.
Yeah.
Which is fine. But then like 3 days ago, he's like, oh, can you send me 15? And I'm like,
Oh, 3 days ago.
Damn.
yeah,
this
this
shit
happened
recent.
recently.
Damn.
So you just like got rid of this nigga.
No, he cut me off because he got defensive. So
All right, finish your story. So he asked you for 15, then what?
I basically told him how I felt, that's a turnoff.
You said straight up that's a turnoff?
That's a turnoff to me.
And then what do you say after
Because
that?
why are you asking for money?
But that's your man though.
Yeah, it's a man.
But he really isn't though.
Remember they were talking, that's what
We're
she said.
talking.
allegedly.
We've only been talking for like 3 months.
But hold on. When a guy likes you, he'll test you to see if you're really down for him.
Which is fine. But then you ask again, it's kind of weird. It's kind of like you're taking my kindness for weakness. Yeah,
But
what I mean?
$50, you can't afford that?
Oh, I can.
So then what's the issue?
Yeah, what's the
Well,
issue?
why is he asking for money?
He's
I've
hungry.
never asked you for money.
You should.
Why?
Wait, he don't pay the bills when you guys are going out?
Yes.
Oh my God. Bro had one bad
Hold on. So all this time he pays for everything. He said, "Babe, you know what? Yeah, one bad. I need
Yeah, one
$30
bad
bucks
week.
real quick. This is almost
Yeah,
$30
but
bucks."
it's no.
No, yeah, one bad week, man.
I've
One
never
bad
been
week
with a
for
man
him.
that asked for money.
Never.
It's $30.
He might have been the one though.
Yeah, might have been one.
He might say, "You know what? I'm a tester," and then wife her up. You never know.
Well,
He could be rich.
Yo, Chris, she did hold him down for a little bit and then let him go.
Oh, shit,
God damn,
bro,
nigga.
bro.
One time.
he cut me off, so his loss.
Yeah, so what did he say when, what was the response? You said, hey, you know, it's kind of weird that you're asking me for money, or this is a turnoff is what you said. So what did he respond to that?
He said that he was done with this and kept it pushing.
Well, he literally said, I'm done with you.
Yeah, he's like, I'm done.
But you know what's crazy though?
Hasn't messaged you since. He hasn't messaged you since.
No.
Wow. Shout out to him.
Shout out to you.
Maybe he's using you too.
What does he do for work, this guy?
He's a contract administrator. So like he basically works from home.
Oh, so he has no job. then.
had a bad week.
Bro had a bad week.
all he did. That's all.
Or he makes money, but he just wanted to test her and see how she would respond.
Yeah,
Yep.
sounds more like that.
I don't know,
I'm
man.
confused though. Like,
It's a weird way to go about it, but
I'll tell you what though.
I don't know, man.
You want to drop a chick? Ask her for money.
Facts.
You want to get rid of her?
Hey, what do y'all think? Do you think he was testing her honestly? In my opinion, I believe that's exactly what he was doing. He was definitely testing her because from his title alone and what he does, the man's making money. Plus, he lives in Miami. You have to remember, this is down in Miami. In order to live in Miami, you have to make a certain amount. You can't just be a regular Joe, an average Joe, think that you're going to live in Miami and be able to sustain a certain lifestyle like some of these people down there live. No, you cannot. And so we know he's making money. Now, for him to ask you for, what did she say, $30, $35? Seriously? Ladies, would y'all leave a man, or would you be disgusted if a man asked you for $35 and then the second amount is even smaller, $15? That's nothing. That's nothing. Nowadays, that's nothing. Bumba clot. What is that? And for her to get pissed off and angry about him asking for a total of about $50, that to me is wild. Not to mention she says, oh, we weren't really dating anyway. We were just in the talking stage. That's cool and all, but who paid and fronted all of the bills? Who fronted all of the dates? Let's find out.
Ask her for money.
Damn.
You'll
Facts.
see her true colors come out.
Yo, that's real gems.
And you've been with this for 3 months? Would you
Like
3
3
months?
months? Yeah, 3 months.
Perfect time.
Just twice ask me for money. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And how many dates did you guys go on?
Multiple, I bet.
Dates? Well, he
How many
lives.
times did y'all go out?
It's a lot, right?
Well, it was like long distance, so he stays
Long
in
distance.
Orlando.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so like, would you go to visit him, or he come to visit you?
I mean, like I said, it's only been like 3 months, so
Yeah.
he would come to Miami for a couple days, and then he'll go back to Orlando.
And he would
I
pay
just
for
came
everything.
back from Orlando.
And he would pay for everything.
Yeah.
You never paid for anything.
No.
Well,
There you have it.
Tripping over $15.
Yeah, I think
I'm
he was
not
testing
tripping
her.
over $15. It's
he was
just
testing her.
weird. It's
Mo,
weird to me.
it's $35.
Oh, my bad.
Look, here's the thing. In your defense, it is weird, and I don't think that's the right way to go about testing a girl. But
Yeah.
you definitely failed the test. Was the
She
point?
failed the test, boy.
You failed, yeah.
But why are you
felt
asking
horrible.
for money? You
Again,
never told me.
It's a weird way to go about it.
Yeah.
I understand that. Like, I would never tell a guy, like, this is the way you test a girl, is like to see if she'll provision for you, because that's
Yeah.
not your job.
Yeah.
But he tested you and you failed. Because he clearly has expendable income. It's just
I
that
don't think he tested.
I mean, how old
Maybe
is
the
he?
first time. He's 28. He's grown.
So obviously he's not broke, bro.
Yeah, I mean, no.
I know he's not.
So then,
What the heck?
then
so
that's
then
it.
if you see,
But if you
hold on, that's an investment. This nigga got bread. Oh wait, here you go, honey. Like, I don't know.
Because those are like, it's again,
$45.
it's a very stupid way to go about testing a girl.
It is.
Like, it's very dumb.
Yeah.
But like, he purposely made it 15, 30, like manageable amounts to kind of see what you would do.
Thanks.
It's so low.
you
Like,
think so?
That shit was
Damn,
low as
yeah,
hell.
Yeah, she lost a good.
$45.
She lost a good
if he
one
was
for
scamming you,
$45.
Yeah.
he asked for 1,000
Yeah, he'd ask for way more.
or more up front.
But he asked for very little amounts, manageable amounts to kind of see how you would react, and then you fucked up, to
Yeah.
be honest with you. Though I don't agree with that test, it absolutely was a test and you failed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
Would you
Yeah.
take him back?
No, because he disrespected me, and I'm not about to go in
No,
depth
but
with
That's
that.
not ego talking.
No,
That's not
but-
ego.
But Fresh, he
Well,
loves
the
her,
other thing
though.
too is that, let's keep it 1,000. Was the guy handsome?
He was.
Yeah.
Very handsome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was a test.
and he was in good shape too?
Yeah.
Oh, it was a
I
test.
would say.
Man,
And you lost it for $45, bro.
$45. $45.
that's the price.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Like, if you got like drug user vibes or some shit, that's one thing. But like, clearly it's not. So it's just like manageable amounts that he wanted to see how you'd respond, and you kind of failed.
How many of you
it's fine.
in
It is
here
what it is.
will leave your man if he asks you for money?
But that's different. Wait. Wait. That's pause.
Wow.
That
Pause.
was fast.
Pause. He didn't make. No. Wait. No, because I have to say this. You said your man, right?
Yeah.
We weren't official.
Okay, well, your guy that you're talking to, that you like.
That's even worse because we're not together.
We're not
if we're not
together.
together and you're asking for money. Yeah, makes no sense.
So this is what happens when you go to a car dealership, right? You want to buy a car, and the cars are beautiful. They look great on the inside, outside. But to make sure it's the right car, you got to do what? Test drive it. So I get he was a kind of a dumb reason to ask you for money, but maybe he's just like, you know what? Let me see her mental before I even invest in her further. Possibly. That's what we're saying here.
Or he was financially fucked. Who knows?
But let me ask you.
$45?
Who knows? Maybe I don't know. He probably needed it for something, but he didn't tell me exactly for what.
I doubt it.
See, this is another thing you could do as well. Show her your bank statement, super low, and she'll leave you probably.
No, I don't care about that.
You just
I don't care about that. What do you mean? She just what?
never mind.
Again, in your defense, it was a very stupid test on his part, but at the same time, it was absolutely testing you failed.
But did he ever give you back the $30?
So that's my thing. He was like, "Oh, my love, like, can you send me $30?" He just came back from Spain, and I came back from Colombia. So, okay, yeah, I get it. When you travel, sometimes you're stuck. So I was like, whatever, I'll send you the $30. And he told me he'll send it back to me. I didn't really care about it, but it's still like weird to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, for the chat niggas that are watching this shit, guys, never do this test. I mean, it's a very stupid way to go about it, because what you're doing is you're testing a woman on a premise that she's not really equipped to deal with, right?
And it's a bad look too as well.
It's like equivalent, I'll give you the functional equivalent so the guys understand this shit. It's like I take a girl to the gym and I say bench 135. She'll be like, what the fuck? Like, it's weird. Like, are there some women out there that could do it? Yeah, but it's like not a proper test for her roles and duties as a female.
Right.
Right? Like, does her benching 135 benefit you? Really?
Not really.
No. Does a girl giving you $30 really benefit you? No. It's pointless. It's a stupid test to employ. So, I get it. Like, I see why he did it. But, bruh, I'll keep it 1,000 with you. Like, the baddest chicks are not going to tolerate that at all.
They won't.
I don't know. And I don't know if I agree 100% with Myron on that or not. Why? Oh, I'm glad you asked. It is because you cannot tell that man the test that he wanted to apply to this situation was stupid, or it was dumb, or it was not a good idea. Because to him, it might have been a good idea. Did it work? Yes, it absolutely worked. That's why he left. See, that's why he hasn't messaged her. He hasn't hit her up. He hasn't tried to contact her at all. At all. Because he stood on business. He realized that she's not about to help me out in any way without bitching. Come on, 3 months. They've been dating 3 months. You mean to tell me you really think that he did not pay for all of the dates? She even said when they went out of the country, my man fronted everything. Everything. And then she replies with, oh, he could have been broke. That's why he asked me for $15. Sweetheart. Sweetheart. $15? Are you serious? He's that broke that he needs $15? What is $15 going to do? See, you didn't think things through. And so, as soon as he asked you for some money, that switch turned on in your mind, and you were like, what the hell is going on? I'm too selfish to give a man $15. $15 and $30 before that. I know that one broke you. That's another thing. That's another thing I need to point out, because if you're making so much money, let her tell it. I guarantee you she will say she's well off. She's doing really well. Yes, of course. We've heard this on numerous occasions. But tell me this. Why would you get mad if a man asked you for $30 and you got it? You should have just sent it to him and kept it pushing. Then when he asked for the 15, send it to him and kept it pushing. Now, if he made it a habit of asking for small amounts of money and you saw that those small amounts gradually rose to larger amounts, then yes, I agree. Then you start thinking something is weird. But in 3 months, the man asked you for $45 and you decided to voice your opinion and let him know that was a turnoff. That's a turnoff. But him paying for all of the dinner dates and all of your trips wasn't, right? Let's finish this video before I get mad.
They won't. The more attractive girls are, the less likely they are to accept that shit at all.
If anything, it's disrespectful.
Yeah, they'll look at it as an insult.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I don't think something wrong with her.
So, well, no, I mean, she fucked up. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah,
but the guy that's also a weirdo test.
Yeah.
to
I
him-
mean,
for him to
like, not
employ.
that exactly, but ain't no way that he's like, oh, $45 away, you big at me, and then I'm leaving.
But as you guys, as men,
It's something else, bro.
do you guys think like, okay, if you really like a girl and you've been dating her for like 3 months, would you go ask her for
No,
money?
definitely not.
Never. That's
Okay,
again.
that's
That's why.
exactly- this is where I'm coming from.
That's why we took your side where we said it's a weird test to employ. Like I'm with you on that, but you absolutely failed the test to the point because it was a test.
No, I passed the first time and I passed the second time because I sent it to him.
So he asked you a third time.
No, she told him how she feels.
Well, yeah, because the second time I sent it to him, I was like, yo, this is not weird.
Yeah, you sent it
tell
with
him how I
it with a message. Yeah.
Yeah, just probably not gonna.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, but yeah, we understand.
So for the
now.
chat to learn, like, don't do that shit, guys.
Yeah.
Don't do that shit. Like, cause it's just not a good. You're the provider, bro. It's your fucking job. You know what I mean? Like, don't ask women for money. It's a big L.
Don't ask women for money. Lesson learned. Check. Now, gentlemen, have you ever asked your lady for money? I'm pretty sure you have. And if she's truly your lady, what does she do? She gave it to you, right? She lent it to you, whatever it is. Whether you asked to borrow it or you just asked for the money. Some of y'all have different relationships. Not everyone has the same dynamic in their relationships. And so some guys can ask their woman for money and she'll give it to them. Some guys can't ask their woman for money because they know it's going to come with some mouth. Trust and believe it's going to come with some mouth, or she's going to throw that up in your face. She's going to throw that up in your face later on. Yeah. Whenever y'all get into an argument or something, trust and believe, oh, you remember that $30 that I sent you? Let me get that back. That's what happens. That's why that man can't ask his woman for money, because he knows it's going to come with something. Yes, some mouth, some lip, something. She's going to look down on him for $30, which is weird and crazy to me, because for you to try to put a person down for $30 is nothing. Now $300, $3,000. Now you talking, but $30? Like, seriously? And even if your man was to ask you for $300 now, if he knows that you got it, he's not going to not ask you. If he knows that you can give it to him, of course he's going to ask for it. But if he knows that you don't have it, then trust and believe that man isn't going to ask you for that amount of money. It's like asking a chick who's got $300 in the bank for $3,000. Your man usually knows how much money you have, trust and believe, how much money you're making and how much money you have. Based on what? Based on how you're dressed, based on how you spend money, based on your spending habits. Your man could tell if you're broke or not, because a majority of women are actually in debt. Yes, a majority of women are in debt, and it is due to frivolous spending. When you spend frivolously, of course, you have the money coming in, but you are also putting out the same amount or more, which makes you what? Broke. And so most men will not ask their women for money. Me personally, I have never asked a woman. Well, let me see. I don't want to lie to y'all. You know this podcast is all about truth. No, for real it is. But I don't want to lie to y'all. So I have to think about it. Have I ever asked my woman for money? Now, of course, you know, you can ask a woman for money. She might be in your family. She might be a friend or whatever. And yeah, she'll be more than glad to lend it to you because we know they're not giving it to you. So she'll be more than glad to lend it to you. But your significant other, your wife, your girlfriend, your woman, your shorty, should you ask her for money? That is a question that we all must ask ourselves, because as you can see, my man asked her for $45. She gave some attitude, and he gave her the pink slip. Until next time, y'all take care of yourselves.
If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content.